Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on October 7, 2025, about 2 days ago. The striking result is that the optimizer improves training efficiency by 21.74% over Adam and 11.31% over Muon on a 1.1 billion parameter pre-training, showing that orthogonalization and neuron-wise adaptation can work together. The paper is titled NorMuon, Making Muon More Efficient and Scalable. And as we'll see later, the implications for model training are quite significant. In short, it adds neuron-wise normalization to Muon and delivers a scalable FSDP2 implementation with Muon-like memory cost and modest overheads. Alright, the previous segment highlighted the headline gains. Figure 1 analyzes why those gains appear, showing two panels that probe conditioning and balance. The left panel shows singular values of update directions, where Muon and NorMuon stay near a flat line, indicating well-conditioned updates. The right panel plots per neuron update norms, where NorMuon remains close to uniform like Adam W, while Muon spreads widely. The combined picture says orthogonalization fixes geometry, and neuron-wise normalization keeps every neuron contributing fairly. So Figure 1 highlighted why conditioning and balance mattered. Figure 2 shows validation loss versus training steps, and the red curve stays lowest, which signals faster learning at the same compute. The left panel tracks the 1.1 billion model and shows a steady gap where NorMuon beats Adam W, Muon, and Dion across the run. The right panel reports the 5.4 billion model, where the same ordering holds, so the gains persist as scale increases. So while Figure 2 showed faster loss drops, Table 1 quantifies the step savings versus Adam. The 1.1 billion model records about 10% for Muon, about 10% for Dion, and roughly 22% for NorMuon, which is the best. The 5.4 billion model shows about 6% for Muon and about 14% for NorMuon. Dion is omitted at 5.4 billion due to resource limits and similar 1.1 billion behavior. So, while Table 1 quantified step savings, Figure 5 shows the head-to-head curves on modded nano GPT. The left panel tracks the 124 million model, where the red NorMuon line stays below Muon and the orange Muon rescale, which means fewer steps to reach the same loss. The right panel repeats this for the 350 million model, and the gap widens, so NorMuon is clearly more sample efficient across both sizes. While Figure 5 showed head-to-head learning curves, Table 2 details the cost picture, which matters for deployment. NorMuon matches Muon on memory at about 21 gigabytes, while Adam W needs about 41 gigabytes. Training step time rises only around 3% versus Adam W, and the optimizer step itself is about 0.84 seconds. Without the orthogonalization distribution strategy, step time jumps to roughly 8% higher, with a 2.29 second optimizer step. Alright, Table 2 detailed the cost trade-offs. Figure 7 presents ablations on the 350 million setup, plotting validation loss versus update steps. The red NorMuon curve stays lowest across the run, which indicates consistently faster learning. The green Muon with normalization edges ahead briefly, then falls behind Muon, so plain normalization does not explain the gains. The purple NorMuon ablation gives only a small benefit, confirming that full neuron-wise normalization after orthogonalization matters. Wrapping up, two takeaways stand out. Combining orthogonalized updates with neuron-wise normalization delivers faster, better balanced learning, and the distributed FSDP2 design makes it practical at scale with Muon-like memory and only small latency overheads. The broader implication is clear. Optimizer geometry and adaptive rates work best together, reducing pre-training cost. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.